Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to welcome you all to our webinar on IT and social media. My name is Ibrahim Obaro. I'm a second year student pursuing Bachelor of Computer Application at the Punjab College of Technical Education, better known as PCT. We would like to thank you all for sparing a moment of your busy schedules to join us on this webinar. And we would like to assure you that the content that we'll be delivering on this particular webinar would be informative and educative. So without further ado, I would like to call on Mr. Mohamed Asgar, who would be our first presenter. He'll be presenting on a topic called Impact of ICT and Social Media on Education. So without further ado, I would like to call Asgar. But before that also, I would like to inform you if any one of you has any question to ask or any query relating to any of the topics that we will be delivering today, you can kindly write it down in the chat box together with your name and the name of the person to whom you want to address your question to, the name of the presenter. So once again, I would like to thank you and you are all welcome. So now, Mr. Asgar, the floor is yours. You can start on with your PPT.
Well, welcome to all of you. So today the topic is the real impact of social media. Well, everyone know social media has engraved our society in a such extent that it is a virtually impossible for a person to come in a belief that impossible for a person to take you serious if you are on the social media, as most of them are on social media, whether it's come to young, old, rich or poor, no matters how. But everyone is frenzy when it comes to socializing, like uploading a pics on the internet or any other site. Even a corporate society, like people are using social media for a business promotion, advertisement purpose, like advertising just to enhance their business. And so like while coming of a topic that is a social media, there is a question in everyone's mind, like how it affects both, and the answer is that it's affect in a both ways, positive as well as negative. Positive, so I can give you one of the best example of a video you upload on any of the platform, like short video of yours, and it might be make you famous to in a such extent that you can be a brand ambassador of any of the product. But another negative point comes that a short video of yours like might be become a humiliation for you, for humiliation for you, that you others will bully you. The best example, like first the trend of TikTok was came in the market. Everyone was making a TikTok videos on such a content, like every people has different content and totally people have enhanced on their video. But there, every field has a competition. So the TikTok had take a competition with the YouTubers, and the YouTubers have their own views about their socializing, and TikTokers have their own views about the socializing. So the same point nowadays, the mostly people, yeah, start humiliating the TikTokers, like they are making such a weird content or something like that. So the my point is that social media have a institution that it affects both ways, as well as positive as well as negative ways. Do you know, uh, in today's generation, like whether a old generation or a new generation, sitting in a single room are engaging on a mobile instead of chit chatting with each other, like this, instead of chit chatting with each other, uh, they are busy on their mobile phones and chit chatting with the people who sitting out of their country, or you can out of the station, or out of their house. They are not engaging with each other. Um well, the come of the point impact of social media on students. First point, that is increase the student collaboration. The coming of the social media, like it is entertainment source, like social media is a part of some entertainment, and it increase the enhancement like it attract the attention of the students. Like so, the first point increase the student collaboration. The more you take attention, the more you collaborate, and you more focus on the whatever activity you are given. Improved participation. The same thing is that coming up of the social media, like uploading such content of, for example, today we have upload of webinar content. That is also part of the social media. We made it on WhatsApp, or we have uploaded status on WhatsApp, Instagram, everywhere, and this increased the participation. And third is the content rich resources like um, content rich resources on social media. We have a different ideas, views about particular topics what we are having. So we have a rich resources about our content, like we can come up with a new ideas. We can give an example, the Instagram, or here is the part like in Instagram sometimes you also get a news articles or something informative like that. Useful of team projects, like the main part of team projects, that WhatsApp group calling, um, like meet only, WhatsApp group for Skype, where we can have a group chat calling, and we can discuss about our activity, but not attention the physical. Next slide please. There is some disadvantages, like student distraction can be an issue. The distraction, it distraction the part comes like using social media. Most of the, like today you are using Instagram having reel, you are focusing a side by side, you are not focusing on the studies purpose. Like you are studying, by a side a message come, you starting replying the person, you are chit chatting, everything that's come a student distraction. Like instead of focusing on study purpose, you are going to the social media. You're giving most of the time to the social media, whether it's WhatsApp, Instagram, or anything. Like sometimes you feel stressed to relieve, you start watching videos, short videos of a person, anything that, like, it is also a student distraction from the study or any other work. Lack of control for inappropriate content, like sometimes the content uh, the content was sometimes inappropriate, like while we are, so you can take an example, a content post was there, you start commenting on each other, yeah, you're bullying each other. So the person affected the most, who has been insulted or bullied, that is a lack of control in an appropriate content. You can take example the post, sometimes weird post is there, you start distracting your mind, something like that. Relying on social media for all contact, this that is the most disadvantage part of the disadvantage, is like relying some the today's world, like everyone is there on a social media, and most engaging on social media. Cyber security came to, just hackers was there, hackers start, like it is difficult for one to expose every information on the social media, because the stealing of information was the best weapon for the hackers to and to kill a person. Next point. Next slide. Positive impact of social media. Help in conversation around the world. Sitting here, I'm delivering informative things. First point might be clear that I'm delivering something informative, ideas to you. Sitting at my home, to other country as well as to the into the nation also. That is the first point. That conversation around the world. You throw your idea. I'm exchanging my views on you. That is a part of data. Information can be exchanged easily. Uh, like you don't need to be you can take a best
Bro, we are
example,
not
a
listening.
love letter. Earlier person
Give to
used to
respond.
send a love letter through a pigeon, but today one can send a direct message on WhatsApp or Instagram, anything. Increase creativity. Increase creativity, you can take an example like enhancing with the social media give you different ideas about your topic, like whatever your topic got. For example, we student get a topic, a project on something, creating a website or any other articles. like and watching other posts and stories to get an idea about our topic. Like we should also do this to make a more creative. So Instagram, Twitter, Facebook help us to give a creativity ideas on our particular topic. Social marketing, I talked about that. Cooperative sectors come in the impact of the social media just to enhance their business products,
Thank you.
just to sell their products. Therefore, they start advertising, making a brand ambassador to a particular person, advertising just to enhance their products. So, social marketing is the part of that. Information can be directly sent to a large group of people easily. Like I share a message to a 3%. That 3% share message to another 6%. This is the way like information can be shared from one person to different group of person easily through a social media. Or I can upload a one status, like 100 views will be there on my status. Other like it will be some find something informative about my status. The other will be also post same status on their ID, and it will be watched by another 100 or 1,000 people. So it is information can be directly sent to a large group of
How are
people
you,
using
sir?
a social media.
Webinar.
Next,
What's up, yes?
negative impact of social media on society, on education. First, on society, you may spend more money. Social media, Instagram. Take an example of Instagram. Sometimes you
Oh,
upload your photos and you
it's very
thought
low.
that sure, the
You should
likes
cut it.
comments are less. Then you go to some higher IDs to ask them just to get a promotion about
So
your
this is what I would say
post
in the
or
last
some
part.
story, something informative. They ask you money,
Right?
so that is a part you have to spend more money about your
Yes. Yes, yes.
likes or comments. Alteration of
No,
appetite
this is very
and
too much.
inability to think independently. Inability to think independently, like when while on your social media, like whatever post comes, whatever the stories there, whatever the things, like whatever the information given, you have to accept that information. You can't ignore that. You don't think independently about any of the information. You have to be in a group. You are in the web, like it is a web part of web. If you are entangled in the web and you can't ignore that thing, like whatever the group will decide, you have to be with them. Self-esteem issue, like you can't keep I talk about that it is a web, and you can't have your own opinion. Like you have to be with the others also. Like if 90% are speaking true and you are the only 10% speaking that right, then you won't be taken as a right. Another 90% will be taken as a right. On education, so students are not accustomed much to have face-to-face conversation. Take a best example of like we are having a lockdown. We are using a meet just to for a study purpose, and like we know most of the students are not focusing on the study while ma'am is teaching or anything. So here the best example that students are not accustomed much to have face-to-face conversation. Um, Students do not develop same, bro. Back. That's last slide. Last two slides. Students do not develop same accuracy. Uh, there is like take, taking an example. You are chit chatting. You are more frank on chatting, but you are not franking on the like talking physically. That is a part of student do not develop same accuracy. While on the social media is different, and in physical it is different. Retention can also suffer. Next conclusion. Next slide.
Sivam, Sivam.
Uh, at last, I would like to conclude with the point that social media have a both positive as well as negative impact on our society or on our youth. But we need to be more careful. Even Einstein also told if social media, if technology comes or enhance in a such a way and it will surpass the human interaction, then the world will be like a idiot. So be careful about your uses of the technology and don't go over don't surpass your interaction over technology. So be careful and have a nice day. Take care all about your uses.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Asgar. I think that was a very good presentation talking about social media, the impact of ICT and social media on education. So he has given a very good insight on this topic. So now we haven't explored, the negatives and the positive that we can gain from social media. So now I think it depends on us to use it in the best manner that we could. That is, we depend on the positive side, not the negative. So because this thing provides both, so but it's left to you to how to use it is very important. So that's why many people abuse it. So having said that, now we are moving on to the next presentation, which would be delivered by two of our colleagues, Mr. Hars and also Mr. Surab Gupta. So they'll be talking on the topic which is very important here, bridging the gap between offline and the virtual learning environment. And in this topic, they'll be giving us some very good information about what technology has brought in terms of bridging the gap between offline and online mode. So this particular presentation, we all know the impact of COVID. COVID-19 was not something that we prayed for, but it has also in another way given us some positives, especially in the area of technology. So one area which has benefited really from technology during this period, we would say is the educational sector. And many innovations have taken place over the past 12 to 13 months, and which we have seen like something like the platform that we are using now, Google Meet and some other video conferencing applications. All of these things are used in the institutions. Colin,
Okay.
thank you.
So we will talk about the collaboration and facilitated learning. So first of all, the bridging the gap between the uh, offline and the virtual environment. So in past, with traditional education, like a classroom with a full of students, which is elemented in a present, present in we are using the online learning. So it is just to simulate this environment to bridging the gap between the offline and a virtual environment by allowing a connection to the wider community in an order to share the resource and support another. So the collaboration and the facilitated learning. A student have the presence of equal standing with other inside a classroom. It's still difficult to collaborate and share the ideas. Classes do not always allow for group work or have enough time to participate in the discussion, which can something hinder learning. Students are able to conserve with each other outside the class. The lack of this can something cause traditional education to become a more solitary experience. Therefore, virtual learning make it possible to bridge the gap by creating a space for this conversation to take place. This make it possible for them to share the ideas and thought which will not only facilitate their learning but will support a deeper understanding topics. This is something that can also allow students to connect with their equal standing and another. Uh, so now the next slide will be presented by Saurabh Gupta.
Good evening to all. Myself, Saurabh. Good evening to all. Myself, Saurabh Gupta, and next slide is presenting by me. Shifting the focus from teacher to student, like in today's scenario, in COVID-19, it is very hard to attend the lectures offline in colleges or schools. So the here helps us, the technology helps us to continue their studies, and they can interact with their teachers by online with the help of some social media apps and software. Like education is individual to every student. Student learn to seek
Sorry?
resources when experience when ex- wait, the internet present countless opportunity for students, and the while offline while online mode, every student can interact with the teacher without any hesitation, and he or she can put their points very easily to the teacher, and the teacher also give the feedback according to them, like he or she is clear with that topic or not. So here also IT helps very much to the students with interact with teachers. Students learn to seek out researches by when experiencing difficulties. So next slide is on social distancing. Like everyone know, in today times, it's very hard to maintain social distancing and save to ourselves. So in this also, social media helps us social media helps us to attend the lectures while online mode, and there are some technology like XR or extended reality can close physical distances with the help of advanced argumented. Traditional teaching formats can be expensive. The adoption of XR stand to benefit institution. Social media also expose students to to whole uh, to whole new way of learning. Research has shown that students who are frequent users of social media are more are more in are more innovative and exhibit better memory. The crucial for right now is learning using XR technology can help people more safe as in this situation in COVID-19. Next slide. So in the conclusion, in today time, we are all are facing the problem,
So,
but there are some technology which help us to have contact with our friends or with our teacher, or this is also very good. This is also a very good part, so we can does not skip our studies. Like in today's scenario, it's not good while sitting like ideal or doing nothing, but with the help of IT and social media, we can do all these things very easily, and we can share our ideas and thoughts with the teacher, and our study is also safe, and the interaction the teacher is also very good. So can there is no gap so there we can fill all the gap between studies and with our friends or with the family members while sitting at home. So those this is my this is my topic which I have to present. Thank you.
okay. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Surab Gupta and Hers for that very good presentation. So what we learned from that presentation actually is that the virtual learning environment is not here to replace that of the online learning, that of the offline learning mode rather, but it will serve as a complement to the traditional learning mode, which is offline. So that was a good presentation. So next would be a very important presentation which will be delivered by Mr. Biswajit Singh.
Shivjit Singh of PCTE College. I'm going to give a presentation on topic cybersecurity. So, introduction to cybersecurity. The term cybersecurity is used to refer to the security offered through online services to protect your online information. With an increasing amount of people getting connected to internet, the security threats that cause massive harm are increasing also day by day. So to understand from this presentation, you will get the knowledge. What are we going to discuss in the presentation is that meaning of word cyber, from where it derived, and need of cybersecurity, the security problems which are going through cyber field, and the last is how to implement and maintain security of a cyber field around us. So now let's understand about the meaning of word cyber. It is a combination form relating to information technology with the internet and the virtual reality. And now is the need of cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is necessary since it helps in securing data from threats such as data theft, or misusing it also safeguards the system from viruses with the help of firewalls. So now we will discuss about obstacles in security, that major security problems we face in cybersecurity. The first is virus, followed by hacker, further malware, Trojan horses, and the last will be password cracking. So let's talk about virus and worms. A virus is a program that is loaded onto your computer without your knowledge and runs against your wishes, which slows down your computer. To prevent virus and worm, you can have a security software that protects the computer against threats such as viruses and worms. Like if you insert a pen drive in your computer, first it's gonna scan it and then it's gonna run in your computer. That's the main reason behind viruses and worms. So the next is hackers, the main point in the cybersecurity. In common, a hacker is a person who breaks into computers or to enter in someone's computer. So now let's discuss about types of hackers. There are three types of hackers in the world. That is white hat hacker, gray hat hacker, and black hat hacker. Now we'll discuss about these all the three hat hackers. White hat hacker is a type of hacker which a company calls him and ask him to hack his software. If he's able to hack, then they're gonna improve it. If he's not able to, then they remain it like that. And now talk about gray hat hackers. These hackers straight away hack the software without knowing the company, and afterwards they complain the company that your software needs to be improved. It is hacked very easily. So now the third last, very unethical black hat hackers. They are the criminal hackers. They use their hacking skills for doing cyber crimes. So these black hat hackers are very dangerous. So now we'll talk about how to prevent hacking. It may be impossible to prevent computer hacking. However, effective security controls, including strong passwords and the use of firewalls, can help to prevent hacking. Using firewalls, so keep your firewalls on 24/7 from you getting prevent hacking. So the next is malware. The word malware comes from the term malicious software. Malware is any software that infects and damages a computer system without the owner's knowledge or permission. Malwares can be of many types. That can be of viruses, Trojans, worms, and adwares, etc. To stop malwares, there are some points. Download an anti-malware program that also helps prevent infections, and activate network threat protection, firewalls, or some antivirus. Like you can use K7, very latest technology. So the next is Trojan horses. Trojan horses are email viruses that can duplicate themselves, steal information, or harm the computer system. These viruses are most serious threats to the computers, Trojan horses. So if you want to avoid the Trojan horses, you have various solutions like security suits, such as Avast Internet Security will prevent you from downloading Trojan horses. So last but not the least, password cracking. Password attacks are the attacks by hackers that are able to determine passwords or find passwords to different protected electronic areas and social networking sites. This password cracking is a very difficult skill. Hackers can hack the passwords which are very easily built up. So how to secure password? The next slide will be the based on password cracking, that how to you will get the solution to prevent password cracking. So the point is always use strong password. Strong password can be in many ways, like using underscores, dollar signs, brackets, or using capital letters or block letters. You can have a strong password. Then the next point is never use same password for two different sites. Nowadays, it's a going trend that you have Gmail and Facebook account, same passwords. It can be hacked very easily, and then you will see here and there that what happened with. So now we will talk about a fact time. Fact time is that India stands 10th in cybercrime in the world. That's the latest news of 2021. You can see the pie chart below in the PPT that USA was the first to cover up the whole area in the cybercrime in the world, and followed by China, Germany, Britain, and so on. And the last 10 stands in India. So here are some cybersecurity strategies which is followed by India in 2021. If we talk about some acts like Security Policy Legal Framework, it is an IT Act that was laid by 2000 and followed by IT Amendment Bill that was passed in 2006 for the purpose of data protection and computer crimes. So now we'll talk about research and development. It was only done in cyber monitoring and network security. That security in network is a very vast scope in the world. So now let's end up with the presentation with the good conclusion. Cybersecurity is everyone's responsibility, as you all know. So I hope that my presentation will be helpful for my audience to improve their knowledge about cybersecurity and to overcome several security loopholes on their computer operation. Also, it helps to spread awareness among normal people about emerging security threats. Simple and practical prevention methods are explained in the seminar to prevent PCs from infection. That was all about cybersecurity. Thanks and have a marvelous day.
Yes, I'm listening. Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Biswajit Singh, for that very educative and very insightful presentation. So that was a good one. I hope our audience also have learned one or two things from this particular presentation. This is a very important topic actually. Cybersecurity is something that has directly or indirectly affected us. So in one way or the other, because we are all users of the internet. And the moment you are on the internet, there is no 100% security. Your safety is not guaranteed. So it is very important for everybody to have some basic knowledge about the basic precautionary measures that one needs to take when it comes to securing yourself from cybercrime and its related activities. So in the beginning of the session, I've said that like if any of our participants has any query or question to ask, you can just send it or write it in the chat box. Then our presenters would address your queries to the best of their knowledge. So right now we just have 5 minutes or less than that to give our audience some time, and like you can send your queries, then we'll address your queries. So even if you cannot write, you can also like unmute yourself, then you ask a question and you relate it to one of our presenters, then they'll address your issues. Hello, you are all welcome. You are all welcome. If anybody has any question to ask you, you can kindly do, please. And adding on to like what Mr. Biswajit just presented right now, cybersecurity is something that we shouldn't stop here alone. Like what he has already presented, we have learned, I know, one or two things from his presentation. But we would also like to urge all our participants at the end of this session, if you have any free time, you can just Google it. Google about cybersecurity, learn about it. It's a very important topic because right now nowadays there are a lot of vulnerabilities out there on the internet, and nobody is 100% safe. So our devices, we are using the devices, we are using the internet. Everything is connected to the internet, and everything is connected to the cloud. So you need to have some basic idea about how to protect yourself from hackers, from these vulnerabilities. So now it is our duty and responsibility to create the awareness. So I think we have done the little we could in order to raise the awareness so that some of our participants will be able to understand. So having said that, on a final note, since we don't have any query or any question from our participants, on a final note, we would like to thank you all for your participation. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to conduct this webinar. Your participation has been highly appreciative by the entire team here. And also our heartfelt gratitude would go to the Faculty of Computer Applications for giving us the opportunity to conduct this webinar. So on that note, we would like to say thank you all and see you soon. Okay, thank you. I think we'll end this session now. Thank you all for your participation. And like the Indians would say, Sukriya. All right, take care.